Now, I know most of the time that you've been seeing the 2019 items, they have been a pre-sale. I didn't want to get too many pre-sale items, offered out. Most of the time, the Silver Eagles are the big one because a lot of people, like to lock in at the introductory price. But I didn't want to get too much out there with pre-sale items. So with the Pandas, we decided just to wait until they were live in hand to offer them out. And that is exactly what we're doing. So even though you're seeing a 2019, these are live in hand, ready to go, ready to ship. These are not a pre-sale or anything like that. And we're just going to go ahead and give an absolute crazy bargain, an absolute crazy price. While the quantities permit, we're going to set you in at introductory offering, introductory price. Now, just to get the coin and to pay for certification, it's going to be an unbelievable price. To imagine buying the coin raw, ungraded, and getting it certified, you're going to expect to pay more than the price level that we are at. I'm going to set you in on a price that nobody could ever even imagine. Now, the 2019 Silver Eagles, I believe those are pre-selling for $79.97. Now, if you look at the Silver Eagle series, the U.S. Mint must strike the Silver Eagle to demand. Coin must be struck to demand in the Silver Eagle series. The People's Republic Mint, what they do is they restrict the mintage. They do a limited production on them. So you look at many years that the Chinese Panda was released, it outperforms the Silver Eagle in valuation because of the limited striking. Also because they, the coin obviously looks as like a reverse proof. Even though it's called a mint state, it's not called a reverse proof, but we look at it and we say, well, that's a reverse proof strike. The grading company legally cannot call it a reverse proof because the mint doesn't call it a reverse proof. And if the mint doesn't call it a reverse proof, then the grading company cannot. So even though it's called a mint state, you can tell it's a reverse proof style striking, and everybody knows reverse proof style striking is much harder to get in 70. You even look in the Silver Eagle series, it's a much higher price level. Introductory price, first time offering on NGC, we're going to go ahead and set you in at $59.97 right here, right now. And again, that's comparative to the pre-sale on the Mint State Silver Eagle. The Mint State Silver Eagle is $79.97. This is $59.97. As I said, to acquire the coin and pay for certification is a hard price to be at $59.97. But we're going to go ahead and give everybody that introductory deal. We're going to give everybody that introductory bargain, that introductory steal right here, right now on the show. A true take advantage special to be able to secure, to be able to lock in, to be able to get in right here, right now on the show. So definitely lock in on this one because it is a while quantities permit item. Unlike the Silver Eagle series where, they're a little easier to acquire, they mint them all year long. The Pandas, if you've ever watched our show before, it's a beautiful coin too. If you ever seen the show before, you see us, we offer out Pandas for a couple times, and then we sell out of our quantity, and that's it. And you really don't see it again throughout the rest of the year. For Silver Eagles, they're made and minted all year long. Whereas again, the People's Republic Mint as well, they limit the mintage, and it's a coin that's collected worldwide. It's not like they say, okay, we're making 1 million just for the United States. It's a coin that they say, we're going to make 1 million of, and that's the worldwide mintage total. And, just like the American Silver Eagle series would be the most popular bullion coin in the United States, well, the Panda coin is the most popular coin in China. And they sell...
Like the Maple Leaf in Canada.
The Maple Leaf in Canada, the Britannia in the United Kingdom. Their home mint is going to be the most popular coin in that particular country, and very little end up coming to the United States. Their website was not working, so I was trying to see what the pop report, if they had it listed on it, but NGC's website is not working right now. But I can imagine the populations are very, very, very minimal on it. And to be able to get in, as I said, at $59.97, you're going to see people offering out just the coins raw ungraded for $30 to $35. Not even certified. $30 to $35 for the coin raw ungraded. At that point, if you're going to already put in $30 or $35, you might as well just, go up the extra level and get the perfect coin, because there are going to be far, far, far less of them out there. A far more minimal number comparative to, some of the other designations and certifications and you know, quantities. You know, Mint State 69 obviously is going to have more. Raw ungraded, they're obviously going to be more. 70s are going to be the absolute, you know, toughest to get minimal number. And now that you have that opportunity to lock in, this is right here, right now. First time airing, live in hand, ready to go. Debut introductory price, $59.97. A steal, a bargain, a deal. And again, they are silver, 999 silver. You can see it says AG. So, you know, on the periodic table of elements, that would be the elemental symbol for silver, excuse me, symbol for silver. And then you have 0.999. So silver, 999, 30 grams, and perfect 70. Yes. Taking another 2 more. Thank you very much. And also, there are no first day of issue. Somebody was asking, do you have this in first day of issue? Coin would be near impossible to get it the day it's released from the People's Republic Mint and get it to NGC in Florida in 1 day. You know, that would just be within the shipping constraints. That would be a near impossible feat. So the highest designation, the highest pedigree that is obtainable on the Panda, the highest pedigree that is obtainable on the Panda is early release as far as the time frame getting it graded. And then you have the highest numerical grade in a perfect Mint State 70 here on the show. And also the Chinese Panda series, you know, as I said, you pit it up against years of the American Silver Eagle series in 70, or even raw ungraded, they are higher valuations. And again, what is the reasoning being? They're harder to get and they have much lower mintages. I mean, you look at the year 2016, for example, right? 2016 Panda is going to cost you roughly, you know, not drastically more than a Silver Eagle, but more. 2016 is going to roughly cost you around $150 for a 70, whereas a 2016 Silver Eagle in 70 you can probably buy for around $60, 60, $70 on a 2016 Eagle, you know, presuming it's not in a limited edition holder or anything like that, just a standard holder. And you look at the difference, why is it, you know, the Panda 3 times more? Well, the mintages were far less. I believe they did only 5 million in 2016 of the Panda, and the US Mint did 42 million of the Silver Eagle. But then you look at years like 2004. A 2004 Silver Eagle would run you probably, you know, a couple $100, 200, maybe $250, whereas a Panda is going to run you around $800 for that coin in a 70, just because it is a much lower population, much lower mintage, and harder coin to acquire in 70. So you look at a lot of the other years, you know, they are a much higher valued coin, as well as, like I said, it's when you see it, that is the time to get in, because there is not a single Panda that I have ever offered out at the first time introductory price. There's not a single one that I've ever offered out at first time introductory price that I've ever been able to offer out at that price ever again. It's never happened. And typically, you'll see we sell out of the initial amount that we get. And we'll have people saying, hey, do you have any more? We'll say, we're currently sold out. But I'll say, I can get you one, and the price, you know, might be about $10 more than what you saw. And that's the reason being, is once we sell out of what we get, pretty much every dealer does that. Every dealer gets, you know, a certain amount of quantity, and then you really got to go to the secondary markets for them. And, you know, depending how high in demand they are, there might be a $10, $20 premium on top of it. So that trickles its way down. You know, from the introductory price we offer out at $59, you know, it would not be far-fetched that when we sell out of everything we have, if I had to do these at $69 or $79, if we had to replenish our quantity. So that's why I always say, when you see it, that is the time to get in. That is the time to take advantage. As everyone knows too, or maybe you might have not known, NGC has raised their grading certification charges. So coins are costing more. They have raised their certification charges by $8. The bare minimum wholesale level for dealers on this coin would be $35 before that was the $8 increase. So bare minimum certification is $42. Right now, the price level we're at is pretty much if you were to buy the coin at melt silver, pay for certification. Oh, also I forgot, early release pedigree, that's an additional $7. So not only was there an increase in grading costs, there also, to get the early release pedigree, that's $7. So essentially what you're doing is buying the coin at pretty much melt silver, paying for wholesale certification, and getting a perfect 70 in early release. I can honestly tell you, it does not get any better. It does not get any finer than that. That is the best of the best of the best that you can do at that price level. As I said, anybody even doing it themselves would have a incredibly difficult time acquiring it, getting it at the price level that we just currently offered it out at. So with that being said, as I said, it is one to definitely not pass up. It is one to definitely not lose out on. And now that you have that limited chance, that limited opportunity to be able to get in, to be able to lock in, do not let it pass you by. Let's go ahead, another 2 more going out the door. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and give this a 60-second clock if we could. 60 seconds on the clock. Another one going out the door. I will let you know we are down to less than 20 now remaining. Less than 20 available to go around. Thank you. All right, with that being said, we're going to move on into our next item.